Mariah Carey made a $100 million deal, and 3 months later, she's all of a sudden mysteriously crazy. Or Martin Lawrence punches.
It says here, Oprah threatens Cat Williams for exposing her for being a Hollywood handler.
I've been excluded on Oprah, you know.
On Oprah?
On Oprah, yeah, I've been excluded.
Or inbred.
Well, Oprah has definitely...
No, Stedman inbred.
For years, Oprah Winfrey was seen as America's most trusted woman. Her talk show was legendary, her book club made careers, and her influence was felt in every corner of the media. But behind the polished image, there's another side to Oprah, one that some of Hollywood's biggest stars are no longer afraid to speak about.
Have you noticed that it is more controversial to criticize Oprah than to burn the American flag?
Really?
Seems that way. I've never heard anybody criticize Oprah. Do you think it's political, or do you think it's deeper than that? I mean, you're not like a right-winger.
No.
No? You don't even seem that political.
No, I'm not really. I'm pretty much, you know, just want to do right by the people, you know. So if that comes through political means, that comes through the private sector, wherever it comes, you know, I'm down to work with whoever's down to do something right for the people.
So I remember reading you say something along the lines of, I didn't vote for Trump, I'm not a Trump voter. You actually attacked Trump at one point, but you were willing to meet with Trump.
From allegations of controlling the industry's biggest stars to shocking financial scandals, her empire is now crumbling. The world is waking up to the idea that Oprah may not be the benevolent queen she always claimed to be. And as more celebrities speak out, the truth becomes impossible to ignore.
1993, I did an interview that went live around the world within 24 hours with Michael Jackson. Not since then have I done an interview like this with Justin Bieber.
Yo ho!
What's goodness?
What's goodness?
Hey, how are you? Justin Bieber is a phenomenon for our time. And just like Elvis Presley, and just like the Beatles, and also like Michael Jackson, he has millions of screaming fans all over the world who adore him. But unlike Elvis or the Beatles or Michael Jackson, he is a star for this time because he has social media. 30 million, nearly, Twitter fans follow his every move 24/7. There's never been a star like you.
Let's get into the 5 biggest names who have exposed Oprah for what she really is. Dave Chappelle has always been known for telling the truth, no matter how uncomfortable it makes people. And when he realized that Oprah wasn't the ally he thought she was, it changed everything. Chappelle has spoken about the pressures of Hollywood and how powerful figures try to control artists. Could Oprah have been part of the system that tried to silence him?
It was completely outside of my frame of reference. I've been in show business since I was 14, and I've heard the stories of what happens, and I've seen these kinds of things play out in front of me.
Okay.
When
you say you heard the stories, what do you mean? What stories?
I mean, you see before, look, Mariah Carey made a $100 million deal, and 3 months later, she's all of a sudden mysteriously crazy. Or Martin Lawrence punches through and he's waving a gun on the street screaming, "They're trying to kill me."
Yeah, we hear those stories.
And it always happens around the time of their career where it seems as though they're crossing over the next plateau.
Yeah. Would you say you lost your mind, sort of?
No.
No.
Not exactly.
Okay.
I wasn't crazy, but it's incredibly stressful.
Yeah.
And I felt like in a lot of instances, I was deliberately being put through stress.
Cat Williams has never held back, and when he started exposing the truth about Hollywood's dark side, he claims Oprah threatened him. He has openly discussed how she operates behind the scenes, making sure certain voices are never heard again. If Oprah was willing to use her influence against someone as outspoken as Cat, how many other stars have she silenced over the years?
As here, Oprah threatens Cat Williams for exposing her for being a Hollywood handler. Look, man, for all the people who are on the same level as far as thinking like this, knowing what goes on in this Hollywood, I appreciate y'all. For those of you who don't understand, pay close attention. This man, Cat Williams, came out and it just, took over the internet, and everybody's mad. Everybody's mad because when the truth comes out, all right, we ain't gonna waste no more time. Let's jump right into it. It's just frustrating because you still have a lot of people who don't understand or don't believe it, or maybe not even just care. I'm just saying, like, at the end of the day, you got to know who you're supporting. A lot of these people, a lot of your favorite stars, your favorite music artists, your favorite whatever, they are involved because in order to get where they get, they had to do what they had to do. A lot of them didn't think it would be what it is, but it is what it is, and they stuck. They can't go back because they already done signed their name on that dotted line, and they just stuck. So that's why you don't see a lot of people speaking up or speaking out, is because they can't, because they're part of it. They've been witnessing things, and there's nothing they can really do about it. You know, it's the price of fame. It's the price of fame. The more you do, the higher you go, and you get put in position.
Ice Cube, a man who built his career on staying real, has publicly accused Oprah and The View of blacklisting him. Despite being one of the most successful hip-hop artists turned entrepreneurs, he was mysteriously shut out of certain conversations. This raises a serious question. Why does Oprah get to decide who gets to have a platform?
No, you're not. You're not. But I've been excluded. I've been excluded on Oprah, you know.
On Oprah?
On Oprah, yeah, I've been excluded. Yeah, man.
I would think you'd be the person Oprah would want to promote. I mean, you grew up in South Central, you were successful at a young age, you have dignity, you say what you think. Like, I thought that was the goal.
Me too. You know, I don't know what it is, but, you know, several of my, you know, I had a movie called Barbershop, you know.
Yeah, I remember.
That I wasn't invited to participate with the cast. I produced a show called Black White, and it was a very controversial show. And once again, they had the whole cast on, but I wasn't invited.
50 Cent has had long-standing issues with Oprah. He has repeatedly suggested that she caters to certain audiences while being completely disconnected from the struggles of everyday people. At one point, he even claimed that Oprah acts more like a white woman than someone who truly represents her community. If 50 Cent's claims are true, then Oprah has carefully crafted an image that is far from reality.
In a great space. People ask me how do I manage to still stay straight, and I tell them this. I said for 4 years of my life, I can make reference to having, and for 28 years, I can make reference to not having. So it's easy for me to be what I already am. You know, so I make reference to my experience, and I write from a perspective of not having a lot more than I write from the perspective of having, because that's the reality of my life. Yeah, I really don't care about Oprah Winfrey or Al Sharpton or, you know, what they think. You know, I think that's the point when you're detached. You don't actually understand the environment anymore. I think they've reached that point. You know, when they look at me like I'm supposed to be detached because I made a few dollars, they're really detached. I don't even think Oprah Winfrey is a black woman. I think she's a white woman. She's been catering to a demographic of a middle-aged white woman for a long period of time. And I think when you act as if for long periods, you become as if. And I think our views are similar to Bill O'Reilly's.
One of the biggest scandals tied to Oprah in recent history is the Lahaina fire fundraising controversy. Alongside Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, she created a relief fund that quickly raised eyebrows. Reports suggest that executives managing the fund were making hundreds of thousands of dollars, while the victims of the fires received almost nothing. Did Oprah really care about the victims, or was this just another calculated business move?
Now, this woman has worked in fundraising for years, so she actually went through the receipts. So she's gonna break down what this fund actually is, right? And I saw someone in the chat, I can't find it now. I chat said she is donating money. We're not saying she's not donating money. What I'm saying is she's a fucking billionaire. Period. Don't come and tell you right now. Don't come in here defending Oprah's ass. Do not come in here defending billionaires. This ain't the show for you. I keep it real right now, but let you know this is not the show for you. You can skidoo. Moving on. This woman right here, she looked at the fund. And guess what she found out? This is why I say you do mutual aid, not charity. Listen to this.
I keep seeing videos about The Rock and Oprah raising money for the Maui Fund. I've been a professional fundraiser for over 20 years.
Everybody see this? For the whack ass who came into the chat trying to defend billionaire Oprah, miss me with the bullshit. Let's keep it moving.
I read a lot of 990s on my page. I haven't in a while, but let's look at it. A 990 is the tax return, if you will, that every nonprofit has to submit, just like we submit our taxes. And every nonprofit's 990 is open for public inquiry. It literally says that on the 990, open for public inquiry. So let's inquire.
Let's continue. There's more. Wait for it.
I don't know what the duration of that 1200 is, and then you also have to verify that you actually live there. You could be a homeowner or a renter, but you cannot own property there and not live there. You're not going to be qualified. The form for residents to apply looks great. This is actually a really big deal to implement from a nonprofit perspective. The only thing I don't like, and these nonprofits do this, none of your business. It's none of your business if anybody's receiving state or federal benefits. It's not your business. Why nonprofits ask for this data? Here's more information about the fund. I love that they have an accessibility thing down here.
Beyond the public scandals, there have been far darker allegations tied to Oprah's name. Some claim she has connections to sex trafficking rings, raising serious concerns about what she really knows. These claims are deeply disturbing, and if even a fraction of them are true, they could completely destroy her legacy.
You admire, somebody you respect, or maybe even love. And it feels good. I mean, if you're 7 years old and somebody, which I was trying to say this to my friends who had children, you're 7 years old and someone is stroking your penis, it feels good. Even though you don't have a name for what that is, it feels good. And when I first said this years ago, people were like, you're crazy, because everybody wants to believe it's like sexual assault and you're being thrown up against the wall and you're being raped. And I have said for years, if the abuser is any good, you won't even know it's happening.
Oprah legitimized the notorious sex criminal Joe Teixeira, aka John of God, as a miraculous faith healer, one who could cure cancer, giving him international recognition.
The controversy around weight loss drugs like Ozempic has been dominating headlines, and Oprah is one of the biggest names linked to it. Cat Williams didn't hold back, openly mocking her and other celebrities for using the drug while pushing false narratives about health. Is Oprah just another hypocrite, promoting one lifestyle while secretly living another?
They say Ozempic is like no other drug in the universe. You smoke weed, you get high, then it go low. Not Ozempic. Ozempic don't play by no rules. You start taking Ozempic, it start working. You stop taking Ozempic, it start working harder. Oh, it's fucking them up. They say Oprah took so much that Gail lost 12 pounds. It is fucking them up. It defies logic. I know a girl that weighed 126 pounds. She lost 131 pounds. Did you just do that math? She had to get a few pounds for her family and friends. She ain't been taking it for 2 weeks. Take that down. She gonna get her weight up. It's a new day and age. It might be bad shit, but it's good shit too. If you wanna love somebody, this is the greatest time in history to love whoever the fuck you wanna love. No judgment. Whatever you love, if it's got a name, we gotta accept it. That's the rules. Period. Thank you. I can hear good pussy as it cuts through a crowd. That's why I keep coming back to Greensboro. Thank you.
knowledge of freak-off tapes and Hollywood's darkest secrets. If Oprah truly knew about what was happening behind the scenes, why did she stay silent?
Or inbred.
Well, Oprah has definitely.
No, Stedman inbred.
Yeah.
You ain't never noticed the eyes?
No, I don't know. I don't focus on men that closely. Stedman.
No, I'm not saying.
No, I'm just saying. No, I'm just saying. I'm just trying to keep it real, Jan. Let me talk. I know Stedman from like a vague representation in the back of my brain through the years. I don't know what I could walk past Stedman probably in the mall, I won't recognize him. I just know what Stedman is. But the thing about Oprah is, I think she is such a fucking anomaly because she rose to so much power and prominence.
Witchcraft will do that for you.
Without ever establishing or pronouncing a sexual preference. Nobody know what she likes.
Everybody know what she like.
We all assume what she likes.
Listen to me.
Only know Still Get Me. That's the only two names I know attached to Oprah is Stedman and Gail. I don't know where they fit.
I know where they fit.
Talk to us.
Everybody else know where they fit too.
It's assumptions though, right?
No, not really. But
intuition.
Once again, you got this man that you've been with for 80 years and don't nobody really understand him or his pedigree or his background.
That speaks to her uniqueness.
No, that speaks to her magicianry, her witchery. Popped out of nowhere in her life, just like Obama popped out of nowhere for some people. You know what I mean? Like
I'm glad you said that because there were some people, prominent black.
Jennifer Hudson was once one of Oprah's favorite guests, but some now believe Oprah intentionally manipulated her weight loss journey for ratings and media control. If this is a pattern, then Oprah may have been using celebrities' personal struggles for her own benefit.
Legendary. Were you afraid of taking that role and being like typecasting people forever, saying, "Are you not? Is he, honey? I don't know."
Girl, you changed just in the middle of that sentence. I don't know. I'm telling you. Don't make me come out there. What was that? I don't know what's in it.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't think Oprah was trying to out me, but I said to Robin beforehand, I'm so scared of going out there and talking to Oprah. I'm not prepared to discuss, that I'm gay on national television. I'm not ready. And then of course she was like, how come you're so good at that girly stuff? And then Robin sort of swoops in and diverts Oprah goes off on a tangent.
Oprah has always been a master of controlling the media, but some believe she finally pushed too far. Dr. Cheryl Rogers once said that Oprah's obsession with ratings has backfired, proving that even the most powerful figures can't control everything. Could this be the beginning of the end for her media empire?
I lost our respect for Gail after the R. Kelly interview and for Oprah after she came against deceased Michael Jackson. What was it about that? She did that documentary against Michael Jackson with those guys that had accused him of molesting them, and then they found out it was a lie. What is it? Surviving Neverland, or Leaving Neverland, or somebody else did a documentary and then she did a follow-up and kind of took it and ran with it. And you done chilled out with this man's family. You done chilled out with him for years. He invited you in. Same thing she did with Russell Simmons. He done put you on to a couple of things and
smile in your face and stab in the back at the same
smile
time.
in your face, trying to take your place, the backstabbers.
For decades, Oprah Winfrey has built an empire on trust, influence, and carefully crafted narratives. But now, more and more celebrities are coming forward, exposing who she really is. From Dave Chappelle's realization that she was never on his side to Ice Cube's claims of being blacklisted, from 50 Cent's belief that she is out of touch to the Lahaina fire scandal, the evidence is piling up.
She doesn't realize that she's being used. And I think that, sometimes you can be so smart that you don't realize that you're being outsmarted. I think that's what it is with her. And in her mind, she's winning, right? All she do is win, no matter what. That's what it is. It is all about ratings for Gail and Oprah. Well, this time it backfired on her. I do believe this time it backfired. She picked the wrong one to mess with.
Is this the moment that finally takes Oprah down? Or will she once again manage to rewrite the story and escape the consequences? One thing is certain, people are no longer afraid to speak out. The truth is coming out, and for Oprah Winfrey, there may be no turning back.